it unlocked a part of my brain that was like, I can make my own wardrobe. Cat knit. I keep saying cat knit. Kind of the vibe I want to go with. We can all share our favorite projects. This is Ripley. Ripley wanted to say hello. Hello, Ripley. Hi folks, welcome to Tangled Together. I'm Dawn. I'm a work from home mom, gamer, geek, and this is the channel where I talk about my knitting and some of the other things that get all tangled together into my knitting hobby. So today I wanted to kind of put together and go over like my dream knitted wardrobe. I recently kind of started embracing knitting stuff for myself. Since I've been knitting like 10 years ago, most of the things I've knit, I've gifted away. And while really love doing that, I just, for whatever reason, didn't think like I can make myself a sweater. I've made a couple over the years. I think I've actually made more for my husband than I have for myself. Last year I made this gorgeous lilac and cream striped sweater for myself. I'm currently working on a storm sweater. I'll give you an update on that at the end of this video. Something about like making that sweater for myself, as well as like I've been joined this knitting community in our local area, so I'm seeing all of the awesome stuff that other people are making for themselves or for other people, and just kind of it unlocked a part of my brain that was like, I can make my own wardrobe. And I love sweaters. I love cozy things. So yeah, so let's talk through kind of my dream wardrobe. I ended up breaking this down kind of in a like make 9 style because I found actually most of the things I wanted to make fell into these 9 different categories. So let me pull up my notes. So then kind of 9 categories of stuff that I'd like to make for myself are a dressy sweater, like classic fisherman's cabled sweater, a neutral cardigan, a colorful statement cardigan, something color work, a warm weather knit, everyday kind of raglan pullover sweater, accessories, and an additional color work, but this one is more like holiday winter vibes. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up Ravelry on my phone because I made a bunch of bundles, kind of talk through some of the plans that I have for this. So let's go to the cable pullovers. I really want just a like classic cabled fisherman-esque Celtic sweater in like a natural fiber, you know, that like creamy off-white. I think I'd really like something that has the little like nibs in it, or maybe is a little bit of a like tweed almost, to add a little bit more like fun texture interest. So I've pulled together a whole bunch of ones into kind of a collection, and I'm gonna pull up a couple to talk about. There's just a whole bunch of them. This Sweet Cuddles sweater, I've actually been trying to make a cardigan for my daughter, but something about the pattern, like picking up the sleeve stitches, is just not making sense to me. So, so the Moby sweater feels very like that kind of appeals to me. I do think I kind of would like something that has a raglan sleeve, maybe instead of a drop sleeve. The Moby sweater is actually very similar to the sweater design I'm wearing now. This is not one that I knit for myself. This is a store-bought sweater. Nothing wrong with that too. I like a lot of Sorry Norlands designs, like the Aurelia pullover. I think I've got, yeah, the Bella and Sebastian. Oh, the Billy. Yes, the Billy pullover is also in here. I really like the Billy pullover. I love the details in the cable on the raglan, this all over cable honeycomb pattern. Just really, really appeals to me. I like that. I have seen a couple of people have made this where it seemed like the raglan has been a little tight, but I think that's something that got fixed kind of in blocking. I feel like the honeycomb Aran is very similar. This is also Raglan, right? Raglan sleeve. Yeah, this is also Raglan sleeve. I do like the cable along the sleeve and next to the honeycomb. So yeah, there are a bunch in here. I kind of went through and just found a bunch. If you have any suggestions, please let me know down in the comments. I've got the Dagmar sweater. I think that has a little bit higher of a neck than I necessarily want. I like this My Dear Sweetheart. It has a little less of the like classic cabled pattern with the zigzags, but I think that's really cool. This is one that I might make not as my like classic cabled sweater, but maybe make this one in a fun color. And then also, yeah, this Syriana sweater. Again, another nice cabled sweater. Like, I just finished rewatching Knives Out, and the sweater that Chris Pine is wearing in that movie is kind of the vibe I want to go with. Or like the sweater Rory wears in the first episode of Gilmore Girls. That kind of vibe is kind of what I would like to do, but not super oversized. I want a little bit more of a like classic fit. Okay, let's talk about cardigans next. So I want a kind of classic wear with everything cardigan. I wear cardigans all the time. I find they're really nice for layering, especially the kind of climate we live in, where it's oftentimes like chilly in the morning and then in the evening, but like super hot in the middle of the day. So it's very easy to just layer that and take it off or unbutton it and leave it open, depending on the temperature. I'm not pulling stuff over my hair all the time, especially when my hair is down and curly. I want to try and avoid like screwing with the curls as much as possible. Hi, Hilo. Apologies, the dogs are moving. No, I wasn't calling you. You can just lay down. No, please don't run into everything. Hi, Ripley. This is Ripley. Ripley wanted to say hello. Hello, Ripley. Yeah, I want a wear with everything cardigan, but I think a kind of neutrally color would be nice, but I also would like one that is kind of more of either a statement color or has cables, probably not color work, to wear kind of if I have a more neutral top underneath, or sometimes if I have like just a like graphic tee on that is like a white tee with a graphic. I like to throw on a colored cardigan to throw in some color there. Can you get down? All done. Down. Good girl. Okay, so let's look at the cardigans. So I feel like the champagne cardigan is a very good, like just classic looking cardigan. I'm kind of thinking of doing maybe a light gray or doing the more colorful cardigan in this. Maybe that's what I will do. I'll do the colored one in this and do a different cardigan pattern for the neutral one. I will say for the neutral one, so like there's one that has a cable on the back. I was also looking at the Ava cardigan. Oh yeah, a friend of mine, Caroline, knit up the Ava cardigan. And that one I also really, really like. I do like the ribbing on it. And the way the shoulders are worked. That's another consideration. But for the neutral cardigan, I do also kind of like this Seasons cardigan. Now this pattern has both a like this size and then they also have an oversized. I have a bunch of oversized cardigans and I'd actually like some more like fitted or cropped sized cardigans. And I like this, is it half fisherman's rib? Yes, half fisherman's rib, which I haven't done half fisherman's rib before. I tried doing brioche and could not figure it out, but I was also in the middle of dealing with sleep regression with my daughter, so my brain was not working at peak modes. So I do want to someday go back and try brioche again. But I do really like this season's cardigan. I like that half fisherman's rib to add a little like texture, which I feel like, especially if I do it in a neutral color, having that texture might be very fun without like going for a really bold texture or a cable or something that to me is a little bit more of a like statement. So yeah, those are some of the ones I'm considering. Oh, I also want to bring up this one, this Savasana cardigan has this really gorgeous cable along the opening. I'm usually not a fan of cardigans that don't have buttons, but I do really like this, and I've seen a couple of the projects where people have like put a little loop or something, so potentially could have that, but then add some like sew on some loops to still be able to button it. Or it's just a cardigan that is, I only wear open, because honestly, that's how most of my cardigans get worn. So yeah, I really like that as another like fun statement. Maybe do this one in like a fun color as well, since most of it is just stockinette, except for that really nice, just gorgeous, gorgeous cable detail on the edge. And then I do kind of someday want to do a wrap style. I think this would be something that would be very easy to like dress up, dress down, you know, like wear with shorts or jeans or wear over a dress the handful of times that I wear dresses. So yeah, and then yeah, there's also like the Paul cardigan. This looks very similar. Ooh. I might actually do the Paul cardigan because it combines kind of the neckband of the like champagne and the shoulder of the Ava cardigan. Interesting. Let me know what you think. Now let's talk about color work. So color work is one where I have something, I have yarn for it that I'm going to make. And the first one is the cat knit pullover. I've mentioned it before in other videos. I've got some knitting for Olive in dusty plum rose, I think, and a like white cream color that I'm going to make. That is the next thing that I'm going to cast on after I finish my storm sweater, which I'm on the neckband, so close. And then I also want to have at least one kind of festive color work, something I can throw on for a holiday party or just in the winter. So maybe a little bit heavier weight than the cat knit. I keep saying catnip. Cat knit sweater, because that one is a fingering. Maybe something that's like a DK, maybe even worsted, although having something that's lighter might be better for just layering, especially since down here sometimes we don't have that cold of winters. And I've got just a whole bunch of different ones saved. I mean, there's like the witching hour one and the little scorpion. These are not, those two are not necessarily the like winter vibes. I would like to someday make them along with the Eclipse of Moths sweater. I really like that one. But like some of these, like the Dirty Caramel sweater, I think depending on the colors you pick, something about this like Fair Isle sweater to me just is like, this is a winter, like festive sweater. The Polha pullover, I like this. I like the neck. Seems to be that little bit higher kind of stand up neckline. Porcelain sweater. I mean, I feel like everybody's making the porcelain sweater. I don't know how much I really want to make this, but I do kind of like, I've seen a couple of variations. I don't think I would make it in the kind of cream and blue colors, but I've seen a couple other colorways that seem really cool. But I really like, even this Mayflower jumper, while it has this really nice, fun flower motif, I think, again, depending on the colors, it might fall into that like kind of festive area. So yeah, if there's any other Colorwork sweaters that you would suggest I check out, let me know in the comments. You know, this is a great video for other people who are looking at getting ideas. We can all share our favorite projects here. Another category that I want to knit in is a dressy pullover that I could throw over a dress or a nice pair of slacks, but I could also like kind of dress down with a pair of jeans. I don't really have any dressy sweaters, and I think being able to like have something that I can wear and be warm in the winter would be fantastic. And then also to be able to say like, I made this is just a nice little bonus. So for this one, I have the Magnolia Bloom sweater planned. I am planning on making that in kind of a deep sagey or forest green color. I think I've got some yarn in my stash that I can actually frog a project and use, and then just pick up a mohair to pair with it. Mohair or Surrey. I'm thinking actually maybe Surrey, because I've seen a couple projects with the Surrey and I like that better. It has a little bit more of that like matte look, and I think that actually would go really well with the green color, but we'll see. I also have been eyeing the Downton Abbey colorway collection from Ruby and Roses, which is coming out this weekend. I think actually when I'm posting it, it will be out already. So we'll see if I end up spending a lot more money on that sweater than I necessarily had planned, but the chauffeur color is gorgeous, a little bit deeper and like bluer of a green than I was thinking, but I do think it's amazing. So I have something planned for this, but just for the fun of it, let me share some of the other patterns that I have kind of pulled for my like dressy category. So I've got the Magnolia Bloom. I really like this interlocking pullover. I think as a like nice fitted, definitely in something where you can see the stitches. I don't know if I would want to do this in a dark color. I like this gray color a lot. I think also maybe in like a light blue might be really pretty too. So there's that. This twist loop sweater I think is a very simple, elegant sweater. I like kind of the ribbing. It's got that raglan, so it looks very comfortable, but also does seem like something that would be easy to dress up, dress down. Maybe something with a little bit of lace like the Magnolia Bloom. And then this is another sweater that I think is kind of that like the sleeve details on it gives it, I don't know, a little bit more interest, and depending on the yarn choice could look very like sophisticated. Okay, let's talk about a everyday pullover sweater. So this is one that I definitely want to do Raglan. I have not made myself a Raglan no, I have made myself a Raglan sweater. The I'm forgetting the name. I'll put a picture of it up here. Was actually, I think, the first sweater I made for myself. I really like it, but I do want something that's a little bit more like I can just throw it on every day. Maybe something that's a little bit lighter weight. I think that one was made in worsted weight. So maybe something that's like a DK or a Sport, maybe even fingering. And just have something that is, yeah, an everyday wear. I've got no frills. I've got Felix pullover. Those I feel like are pretty standard. It's not a sweatshirt from, I think this is knitting for Olive. Who made this? That's my one problem. Sometimes I find it really hard to find the designer name on Rabbit. But yeah, this is just like a sweatshirt style. The sweater number 18, I think I have some yarn I could do that in. That's this nice, like, light blue with like little specks of purple in it. I like this Era sweater. Era sweater. Again, I really like that ribbing. I think that looks really like just cozy and nice, but adds a little bit of interest that it's just not stockinette. That is a lot of ribbing though. Stockinette. That is a lot of ribbing though. Ooh, this one, I like the little tiny cable on the Raglan. And I like that it's shown in just this kind of neutral tweedy yarn. That to me seems very like everyday wear. I'm not necessarily wanting to knit this one in a like neutral colorway. This I would actually want to do in some more colors. I did kind of some research into the like color seasons, and I think that I am a soft autumn, so I've been trying to pay attention to that when I'm buying yarn. And let me see here, what other ones? Oh, the Windermere sweater. I think, is this half fisherman's rib? Or, yeah, this is also half fisherman's rib. So, again, this just looks like so squishy and cozy and comfy. This might be a nice, like, warmer everyday wear. I really, really like the Mia sweater. I just realized my mic died, so I'm sorry the sound quality changed. I really love this stitch pattern along the raglan, and it looks like it's on the side and then the hem and sleeves. It just adds a little bit of visual interest to a fairly simple looking sweater. It looks so comfortable. The sleeves are maybe a little looser, but I also tend to roll up my sleeves a lot, so I feel like that style of sleeve, I might not worry as much about like stretching the cuffs out when I roll up my sleeves, which I do all the time. I want to look at some of the projects. Ooh, some of these colors. Yeah. Ooh, this green. That's a fun color. Oh, somebody added some like color blocking to it. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is a fun color. So yeah, I also want to make some warmer weather knits. I haven't really found a whole bunch of patterns that I like, so that's something I'm probably going to look into a little bit more. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. I'm not a huge fan of short sleeve stuff. I might, maybe some like tanks. I do wear a lot of tank tops. I'm in, apparently these sleeves are bullshit area unless it's a like sweater. So yeah, I want to look into that. And then accessories, I want to make myself a pair of fingerless mitts. I don't have any. I think they would be really nice. There are a couple of patterns that I've done. You can check out my Everything I Knit in 2024 where I talk about some of those. But I think I might actually want to try out a like fingering weight or sport weight fingerless mitts, something that's just a little bit lighter that I can wear like if I'm on the computer, and they won't be quite as bulky because my hands, they get cold. Or like if I'm out at the park and it's a little chilly, but I want to have my fingers out so I can knit or help with things with my toddler, and not be fussing with gloves all, like fingered gloves all the time. Those are kind of the things that I have kind of on my list of a dream knitted wardrobe. Now, the like everyday sweater, that's one that I'll probably make a couple of different ones of those. I feel like cardigans, I cannot have too many cardigans. I may have too many cardigans as it is. To be able to start like rotating out the cardigans that I have, the store-bought cardigans that I have that are like starting to get a bit thin or worn, and start replacing them with ones that I've made, I think would just be really cool. because then also I can have ones that are like the exact color that I want, or the design elements that I want, or just fit me better because I made them to my measurements and not just something that I bought from a store. So I'd love to know if you have any suggestions of patterns that I should check out for any of these categories, as well as if you've made any of the projects that I specifically mentioned. What did you think? Are there ones that I should avoid? Are there ones that I should immediately go out and buy the yarn and start casting on as soon as possible? Let me know in the comment. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I'm putting out videos every other week about, as well as some shorts here and there, and make sure that you're following me on Instagram for some more like day-to-day, you know, how projects are coming along and all of that. Okay, hopefully before my battery runs out, let me show you a real quick update of my storm sweater. So I have both sleeves done and I am working on the collar. So have sleeve 1, sleeve 2, and I'm at the, I think I'm on like row 11 of the collar, where it's doing a knit 1, pass 1 purlwise with the yarn in front. That gives this really nice like rolled to the double wide or fold over neck. So I might finish this today after I'm done filming, or if not, I'm probably going to finish it in the next couple days, and then I can block it on my brand new blocking mats and wear it before it gets too warm, because it is so cold here right now that I'm just like, I want warmer weather, but also I want to wear this. The next video is probably going to be more of just an update video, and hopefully you'll be seeing me wearing the finished piece. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!